Hi and welcome back to the channel. Can you see what's behind me? Yeah, we are towing. Today is the day when we finally begin our epic trip to Spain. We are on our way to Portsmouth ferry terminal, and join me in this video to see how we get on with towing all the way from Devon to Alicante in Spain. We had a tough morning, we were packing in the rain, but we are finally set and we are off and we are ready to start this adventure. The last few days have been really hectic with packing, sorting, making the last decisions. So we are really looking forward to the sailing and the crossing, and we don't mind it will be such a long crossing. We are a bit worried because we are not sure if we get seasick, but we will find out. So now we are just pressing, we are powering on because we want to get to the ferry before it gets dark. We have about 3 hours of driving to the ferry terminal, and we will be chilling on the ferry for about 36 hours. We stopped to fill the tank, and this is the painful bit of traveling with your caravan. The fuel emission is scary. We still have our home on tow. So far so good. So the first day is quite easy, relatively easy. After horrendous packing in the rain, we have about 3 hours to cover, 3 hours of drive to Portsmouth, to ferry terminal, and we are just pressing on. We are not stopping for long. We just had one short break to get fuel and have a snack because we want to get to the ferry terminal before it gets dark. Driving conditions are pretty good. It's raining a little bit. It's quite windy, but it's not stormy. We've had a few storms and some weather warnings in place, and we're really worried about driving today. It's not too bad, however, from time to time we do feel gusts of wind. So the first mission is to get to the ferry terminal, and then we can relax. Once we've parked our car in the caravan on the ferry, we will be relaxing on the ferry. I'm really looking forward to our cabin and just chilling, and I don't mind. I will be on the ferry for 36 hours because I'm pretty tired already, so we will have time to recharge and rest. Google Maps promised us a 3.5-hour drive. In reality, because we were towing, stopped once for a short break and had high wind warnings all the way, it took us closer to 5 hours to reach the Portsmouth ferry terminal. We arrived at 4 p.m, even though our crossing wasn't until 10:45 that night, so we weren't sure if we were even allowed to drive into the terminal that early. One quick phone call to the port cleared that up, and we joined the other travelers to wait. Check-in opened about an hour later, but after that we were left waiting for quite a long time without much information. The security check and embarkation process felt pretty chaotic, and the only information screen was already out of date. Still, once we finally got the all clear, we were able to drive onto the ferry, and we were very relieved and happy to be on our way. That's our deck and our room, and we couldn't wait for it. That's the key to rest, relaxation, our own beds and the bathroom. So give us a few minutes to decompress and I will show you around. We've made ourselves at home. This room was spotless when we got it. It's a bit less so now, but it's absolutely fantastic. We have 4 beds, so we can join in if you fancy. We've got an ensuite. And I will not give you a full tour of the ferry in this video because there is a separate video covering all the facilities and all the excitement of the ferry. We've got our own food and drinks, and I brought a domestic kettle as an experiment, and it does work, so it didn't trip the electrics. We also have our own bar. So now we have 36 hours to relax, to chill. And this is the reason why we booked this ferry crossing and why we are not driving through France in winter. We just wanted to relax. So we'll do this, and I will see you when it's time to welcome Spain and to put feet on Spanish soil. Wakey wakey, good morning. It's 5:30 5:30 in the morning and we are up. We are getting ready to leave our cabin, and finally we can see some progress with our crossing. We are almost there. Our ship is here and Bilbao is here, and we started off in Portsmouth, which is probably somewhere here or here, a long way away. We read horrible things about Biscay Bay, but the night was pretty calm. We were really lucky with the weather. It was sunny and calm. We didn't have any strong winds, no storms, so it was a pleasant crossing. It was a bit rocky from time to time, but probably more in the English Channel than in the Bay of Biscay, I would say, which is surprising given what we read about sailing conditions in this area. Right, so we are getting ready to leave, and as usual I'm making my flasks of tea. So I boiled water and I'm going to fill up my flasks. This is my little collection. I try not to collect things, but I have to admit, I'm afraid I have a collection of flasks. Yeah. So I'm going to fill them up with hot water, not coffee, not tea, because the taste of these get horrible. So I prefer to have hot water with me, and I have tea bags and coffee bags and even tiny bit of milk. And I will be making my drinks as we go. And more things I can recommend on a trip like this, on a car trip, of course, one and only pot noodles. I think it's a tradition. On a ferry you have to eat at least one of those. A healthier option is instant porridge, and something absolutely fantastic is Y food or Huel. Sometimes we buy this, sometimes we buy Huel. It's food in a bottle. This one is based on milk protein and loads of vitamins, pretty good stuff. Huel is even better because it's based on pea protein, on vegetable protein. We always strip the beds in the hotel rooms to help staff, but today it's even more important to do so. You don't know it, but Marek did 2 shifts on a ferry in Plymouth. He was working as housekeeping staff for a whole 2 shifts on Brittany Ferry, and he was in charge of making beds and changing the bedding. And the speed these people work on, there is literally a squad of housekeepers entering the ferry the minute the room is empty. So imagine, they have so little time for changeover, so every little helps. So one person does the duvet and another person is in charge of pillows. So imagine going through tens of rooms, repeating just one activity. So this is the system they use, and I'm sure it will be really helpful if we strip the beds for them. Because imagine how many beds they have to make this morning. This is just one deck, and there are cabins on both sides of this corridor. Plenty of duvets, pillows and sheets to change. We are sitting in the car ready to disembark the ferry, and finally they let us out. We drive into the huge port of Bilbao, welcomed by the morning sun. Santonia is now behind us. It brought us safely all this way. The morning starts off beautifully, but it doesn't take long before our blood pressure goes up. I had a bit of a stressful start of the journey, but we are right now because I managed to sort out my phone. I had to reset it, switch roaming on, otherwise the sat-nav wouldn't work. And I wish we had paper maps. Eventually we found the motorway and we are on AP68. This is the recommended route for lorries, so we are following this one. And we are going to stop near Tarragona on a campsite today, but before that we have over 5 hours of driving and over 500 kilometers to cover with a caravan. So 5 hours, this is the normal speed when you drive in a car. With a caravan it will be probably more like 7.5 hours, but that's the challenge for today. And we will be sleeping in our caravan on a beautiful campsite by the sea, and that will be the reward after a long day. The landscape is beautiful. We are climbing up. It is uphill for now, and we are driving towards Zaragoza. We've already had some snacks. These are really good. So Irina, thank you for sharing these with us and recommending them. These are delicious. Like knoppers, individually wrapped. We shared the last pot of noodles, and this is my bar. Got water, hot water, we've got tea and coffee and some dried sausages. So this is all the nutrition we have for now. When we have a chance, we will stop and buy something better to eat. For now, Marek turned the cruise control on. We are set on 60 miles per hour. That's the sat nav. Just under 5 hours of driving left, but so far it's pretty relaxing. We are enjoying the journey. After driving through Bilbao, which we didn't plan, we finally reached the AP68, which took us all the way to Zaragoza. It's a toll motorway and it's the recommended route for the lorries, so we decided to take it. The toll came to under 40 euros, and even though we were driving uphill, it turned out to be an easy and enjoyable drive with a steady, gentle ascent. There were plenty of simple rest areas along the way and a few proper service stations too. We stopped at a small one about half an hour before Zaragoza to refuel and to buy something we didn't even know we needed. I just couldn't walk away from this. These are like preserved peaches in whole, and I bought it thinking about my parents and Marek's mom. So when they come to visit, we will open and try it. So this whole jar of this golden sunny joy was 14 euros. Welcome to Spain, the land of magnificent food. From there, we took the AP2, no tolls this time, which led us all the way to Mont Blanc. Then we followed the A27 towards the coast and finally joined the A7 for the last leg of the journey. We reached the campsite at around 4 p.m. After a quick check-in, we were ready to park our home for the night. The pitches were a bit tight and it would have been a real challenge without a mover. Luckily, with Marek's steady hand and a good eye, everything went smoothly in the end. We are on a beautiful campsite, and of course there will be a separate vlog showcasing the place. And look, I'm standing by the caravan. Ooh, I'm standing by the pantry. Caravan, pantry. A caravan, a pantry, and me. Yesterday we were simply too overwhelmed to even finish this vlog, so this is the following morning. And what a spot we have. We are just so happy to be here. There were so many reasons why we shouldn't go on this trip. We were worried about so many things, but we still did it. So thank you so much. Many thanks to our parents and our friends who said, "You will be fine, don't worry, there is nothing to worry about, you will manage." Thank you so much. And we are all capable of much more than we think, and we limit ourselves in our thinking. We are worried about what could possibly go wrong. Well, anything could go wrong, but it doesn't have to go wrong. So for now we are just enjoying the sun, enjoying the fact that we are here and we made our long-term dream come true. We are here with our home in Spain. It's not our first winter in Spain, but it's our first winter in Spain with a caravan. And I have to say, it is a bit more tricky than traveling with a motorhome. Given the differences in prices of motorhomes and touring caravans, this is really affordable. This is available to so many people. So we'll be sharing our tips and practical knowledge from this experience with you. And hopefully you will enjoy vlogs from this whole epic adventure. Thank you so much for watching this video and for keeping your fingers crossed. It really helped. And please subscribe to the channel to follow us here in Spain and see how we navigate with our tourer the beautiful sides and beautiful spaces of mostly southern Spain. Our pitch is over there. It's third from the corner. And that's our beach. Not too bad, huh? Right, this is a perfect place to leave you. Enjoy the sun, enjoy the Mediterranean, and please join me. Subscribe to the channel, give this video a like. If you found it useful, share it with your friends. Give the world a shout out about us so we can reach more people and show them what's possible. Thank you so much, guys. Take care and see you in the next vlog.